Welcome to the dance of opposites, a fundamental principle that governs the cosmos. Everywhere we look, we see pairs of opposites interacting and complementing each other. Light and darkness, hot and cold, up and down, yin and yang. These are just a few examples. This principle suggests that opposites are not separate entities, but rather two sides of the same coin, different expressions of a single underlying reality. The concept of polarity is not limited to the physical world. It also permeates the realm of human emotions and experiences. Love and hate, joy and sorrow, fear and courage. These seemingly contradictory emotions are in fact interconnected and interdependent. Understanding the interplay of opposites can provide a powerful framework for navigating the complexities of life. It allows us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the underlying unity that connects all things. By embracing the concept of polarity, we can move beyond a dualistic worldview that sees the world in terms of black and white, good and evil. Instead, we can begin to appreciate the subtle nuances and interconnectedness of all phenomena. This understanding can lead to greater empathy, compassion, and a deeper appreciation for the richness and diversity of life. One of the most familiar examples of polarity is the concept of temperature. We experience temperature as a spectrum ranging from cold to hot, with freezing and boiling points marking the extremes. However, from a scientific perspective, heat and cold are not fundamentally different entities, but rather represent different levels of molecular motion. As temperature increases, molecules move faster and possess more energy. Conversely, as temperature decreases, molecular motion slows down, and energy levels decrease. The transition between hot and cold is gradual, with no clear dividing line. What we perceive as hot or cold is merely a relative measure of molecular activity. This understanding of temperature highlights the interconnectedness of opposites. Heat and cold are not separate entities, but rather two ends of a continuous spectrum. They exist in a dynamic relationship, constantly influencing and transforming each other. This principle applies not only to temperature, but also to other physical phenomena such as light and darkness, sound and silence, and electricity and magnetism. Magnetism provides another compelling example of polarity in the physical world. Magnets have two poles, north and south, that exhibit opposing properties. Like poles repel each other, while opposite poles attract. This seemingly contradictory behavior is essential for the functioning of magnets and plays a crucial role in various natural phenomena and technological applications. The interaction between magnetic poles demonstrates the dynamic interplay of opposites. Attraction and repulsion are not separate forces, but rather two aspects of a single magnetic force. They coexist in a harmonious balance, creating a stable and dynamic system. The principle of magnetism extends beyond the realm of physical magnets. It also applies to human relationships and social interactions. Just as magnets attract and repel, individuals and groups can experience both attraction and repulsion based on their personalities, beliefs, and values. Understanding the dynamics of attraction and repulsion can help us navigate social situations and build harmonious relationships. Light and darkness represent another fundamental polarity that shapes our perception of the world. We often think of light and darkness as separate entities, with light representing knowledge, goodness, and life, while darkness symbolizes ignorance, evil, and death. However, from a scientific perspective, light and darkness are simply different points on the electromagnetic spectrum. Light is a form of electromagnetic radiation that is visible to the human eye. Darkness, on the other hand, is the absence of light. Both light and darkness are essential for our existence. Light provides illumination and enables us to see the world around us. Darkness allows for rest, regeneration, and the observation of celestial objects. The interplay of light and darkness demonstrates the interconnectedness of opposites. Light and darkness are not separate entities, but rather two sides of the same coin. They exist in a dynamic relationship, constantly influencing and transforming each other. This understanding can help us appreciate the beauty and balance of the natural world and recognize the importance of both light and darkness in our lives. Section 5. The emotional spectrum. Love and hate, joy and sorrow. The principle of polarity also applies to the realm of human emotions. Our emotional landscape is a spectrum of experiences, ranging from intense joy to profound sorrow, from passionate love to burning hate. These seemingly contradictory emotions are not separate entities but rather different expressions of a single underlying emotional energy. Love and hate, for instance, are often viewed as polar opposites. However, they share a common root in our capacity for deep emotional connection. Love arises from a sense of affection, care, and attachment, while hate stems from feelings of anger, resentment, and aversion. Both emotions involve a strong emotional investment in another person or object. Similarly, joy and sorrow are two sides of the same emotional coin. Joy arises from experiences of pleasure, fulfillment, and connection, while sorrow stems from loss, disappointment, and separation. Both emotions reflect our capacity for deep feeling and connection with the world around us. Section 6. Fear and courage. Two sides of the same coin. Fear and courage are another pair of emotional opposites that are often misunderstood. Fear is a natural response to perceived threats and dangers, while courage is the ability to face and overcome those fears. Fear serves a protective function, alerting us to potential harm and motivating us to seek safety. Courage, on the other hand, allows us to confront challenges and pursue our goals. Fear and courage are not mutually exclusive emotions, but rather two sides of the same coin. They exist in a dynamic relationship, constantly influencing and transforming each other. When fear becomes excessive, it can paralyze us and prevent us from taking risks or pursuing our dreams. Courage, on the other hand, can help us overcome our fears and achieve our full potential. Understanding the interplay of fear and courage can help us navigate challenging situations and make wise decisions. By acknowledging our fears and cultivating courage, we can expand our comfort zones, embrace new experiences, and live more fulfilling lives. Section 7. Yin and Yang, the ancient Chinese wisdom of polarity. The ancient Chinese concept of yin and yang provides a comprehensive framework for understanding polarity. Yin and yang represent two complementary forces that are present in all aspects of life and the universe. Yin is associated with qualities such as darkness, passivity, femininity, and cold, while yang represents light, activity, masculinity, and heat. According to Chinese philosophy, yin and yang are not opposing forces but rather two sides of the same coin. They exist in a dynamic relationship, constantly influencing and transforming each other. The symbol of yin and yang, a circle divided into two swirling halves, beautifully illustrates this concept. The black and white halves of the symbol represent yin and yang, respectively. The swirling shape suggests the constant movement and interplay between these two forces. The small dots within each half symbolize the seed of the opposite within each force, highlighting the interconnectedness and interdependence of yin and yang. Section 8. The quantum world, a realm of duality and paradox. The world of quantum physics provides a fascinating example of polarity at the most fundamental level of reality. Quantum mechanics, the theory that describes the behavior of particles at the atomic and subatomic level, reveals a world of duality and paradox that challenges our classical understanding of the universe. One of the most striking features of quantum mechanics is the concept of wave-particle duality. This principle suggests that particles, such as electrons and photons, can exhibit both wave-like and particle-like properties depending on how they are observed. This duality challenges our intuitive understanding of reality, where objects are typically categorized as either waves or particles. Another intriguing aspect of quantum mechanics is the phenomenon of quantum entanglement. This phenomenon occurs when two or more particles become interconnected in such a way that their fates are linked, even when separated by vast distances. This interconnectedness suggests a level of non-locality and interdependence that defies our classical understanding of space and time. Section 9. Embracing polarity, a path to understanding and acceptance. Understanding the principle of polarity can have a profound impact on our lives. It allows us to move beyond a dualistic worldview that sees the world in terms of black and white, good and evil. Instead, we can begin to appreciate the subtle nuances and interconnectedness of all phenomena. Embracing polarity can lead to greater empathy and compassion. By recognizing that opposites are not separate entities but rather two sides of the same coin, we can develop a deeper understanding of different perspectives and beliefs. This understanding can help us bridge divides, reconcile differences, and build more harmonious relationships. Furthermore, understanding polarity can help us navigate the complexities of our own emotions. By recognizing that seemingly contradictory emotions such as love and hate, joy and sorrow, and fear and courage are interconnected and interdependent, we can develop a more balanced and integrated emotional life. Section 10. Conclusion: Finding unity in the midst of opposites. The principle of polarity is a fundamental aspect of the universe and human experience. From the physical world to the realm of emotions, opposites interact and complement each other, creating a dynamic and interconnected reality. Understanding polarity allows us to see beyond superficial differences and recognize the underlying unity that connects all things. By embracing the concept of polarity, we can move beyond a dualistic worldview and appreciate the subtle nuances and interconnectedness of all phenomena. This understanding can lead to greater empathy, compassion, and a deeper appreciation for the richness and diversity of life. Ultimately, the principle of polarity teaches us that opposites are not separate entities, but rather two sides of the same coin. They exist in a dynamic relationship, constantly influencing and transforming each other. By recognizing this interconnectedness, we can find unity in the midst of opposites and embrace the full spectrum of human experience.